I'm usually behind the camera making these videos, but I thought I would jump in front today to talk to you about our little friend over here, Goblin, a green 250 Kawasaki Ninja. Goblin is missing her fairings because they are, well, they're in rough shape. And then we're going to replace them with new fairings, paint them and put them on. We're going to put underbody indirect lighting to match the fairings, put on a new muffler because why not? And eventually then we're going to redo the engine so she's a bit more powerful than the 250, but here's where we're starting. It's a fun little bike, so let's get started. These are the fairings right now. When she came into us, she had a lot of holes in her, a lot of duct tape, but the fairings are still kind of in rough shape, patching up some holes. The other one is pretty much the same, only a little bit worse. I think some little cracks in here too. The integrity of the fairings isn't that great anymore. We're gonna repaint her gas tank too, and then make her nice, bright and shiny as new again. This is the back of our new mobile unit. It's still under construction, so don't mind the mess, but this is where we've kept the new fairings, so I'm gonna unbox them, show you what they look like, and then we're gonna get sanded. As you can see, these are all white and pretty shiny, so they're too slippery for paint, so we're going to need to sand them and get some primer on. So I've got some old sandpaper here, 600. We're just going to give her a light sand, get that polish off, and she should be good to go. Now we just need to rinse them off and then hang them to dry. This is called tack rag. We're going to use it to wipe the surface of the new panels clean of any debris or oil or other bits that have gotten attached to it in the process of sanding it. We're going to use that, wipe down all the parts, and then it should be ready for paint. We hung them in the back of the truck so they won't get dusty. This is the Montana spray paint we're going to be using for the ABS plastic pieces, including the 2-component clear coat. It is a Halloween orange color. That should be pretty cool. And then later we're going to be doing another part of the bike in this matte black. Look, I'll be straight up with you. We're not a paint shop. We don't really do body work either, but we always like to experiment with opportunities when they come up. Goblin was donated to us, and she came in really tired and worn out, and I guess I kind of took pity on her. I've always liked Kawasaki Ninjas. They're quick and versatile, and even at 250cc, you can really get these little guys to rip. So we cleaned her up mechanically and got her purring again. She works like new now. However, I wasn't happy with her ruined fairings covered in duct tape, so I thought we should clean her up, give her a fresh look, and just see what we could do with it. Okay, so the painting is finished, so now we're just going to go over it with a very fine grit sandpaper and some more tack cloth to remove any dust or debris that has settled on the surface. Sometimes the sandpaper leaves some blemishes or a little bit of mild distress on the surface of the paint, but once we apply the final clear coat, everything should fill in and look nice and smooth. So we've shoved the headlights back in with some small electrical adjustments. We added a red bulb between the two main lights, so when the headlights are on, there will be a slightly red tinge to their projection. Now this doesn't replace the headlights, those will also still be on at the same time when the ignition is turned on. We've also picked up some new grips. These ones are heated, and the orange matches pretty well to the paint. We also put on a new front caliper. The stock muffler was removed and a custom-made collector chamber was built into this new one to cut down the sharp noise that is commonly produced by small displacement engines. It also allows the release of some significant back pressure so the bike has a touch more power. So the next step is to add our indirect lighting to the inside of the covers. These will be for aesthetic purposes only and give an ominous orange glow to the chassis of the bike. We're going to adhere them to the inside of the fairings and wire them to the bike's electrical system. Also, don't panic, we will be painting the inside of the fairings too once the lights are applied. We started off with some multicolored LED strip lighting that can change color with the controller, but it didn't prove as successful as we had hoped. The wiring was too flimsy to solder to the bike's electrical system, so we had to scrap it and come up with a new idea. This is the decal I designed for the gas tank. There will be one on each side. Here she is. She's gorgeous. Look at that. Custom decal designed by yours truly. If you want a custom decal, you know who to call. The pieces are painted. They're ready to reassemble onto the bike. We put the lights on underneath the fairings as well. They're so hard to see because they're orange, so now it's just time to put them all together. Here she is after about 2 months of hard work. She looks great and we're so happy with how she turned out.